Hello everyone. Again, this is your junior high school math teacher, and I'm going to discuss from this video about graphs of sine and cosine functions. Actually, this is the third part of my discussion uh, that I that I have started from the first part. Again, this is the graphs of sine and cosine functions. After you watch the video, you should be able to determine the different properties and the behavior of the graphs of circular functions, particularly sine and cosine functions. And you should be able to draw the graphs of these two functions, sine and cosine functions. Again, as I have just said a while ago, as I just said a while ago, this is the continuation of the topic from the previous material about translation effects of the graphs of sine and cosine functions of the form f of x equals a sine of the quantity bx plus c, and for the cosine function we have f of x equals a cosine of quantity bx plus c. In this topic, you should be able to interpret this time the behavior of the graphs of sine and cosine functions of the form f of x equals a sine of quantity bx plus c plus d. Likewise, we have f of x equals a cosine of quantity bx plus c plus d. Now, compared to the previous topic, there is an added term which is d. So, ano naman ang epekto sa graph na may nadagdag na d? Okay? Before, hanggang silang tayo, no? Yeah. But this time, for each of these two graphs, there is an added constant, which is d, uh, from both sine and cosine functions. So, let us find out. Okay, so basically, we're going to study about the graphs of these two functions whose equations are in the form of, okay, the first one is y equals a sine of quantity bx plus c plus d. Anong ibig sabihin nitong equation na to? Okay, here goes. The graph of y sine the graph of y equals a sine of quantity bx plus c plus d is actually the graph of the function y equals a sine of quantity bx plus c, which is translated d units upward. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung graph ng function na to, nagkaroon ng galaw or movement, which is going up. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng plus d. No? So, going up, provided that the value of d is greater than 0. Otherwise, the graph of this function will go down if d is less than 0, meaning the value is negative. Okay? So, yun yung sa sine function. What about the graphs of cosine function? Now, for the graph of cosine function in the form of y equals a cosine quantity bx plus c plus d is what? Okay, the graph of this function here, again, let me repeat reading the equation. Y equals a cosine quantity bx plus c plus d is actually the graph of the function y equals a cosine of quantity bx plus c, which is moved or translated d units upward if the value of d is greater than 0 or positive. Otherwise, the graph will be translated, or the graph is translated d units downward if d is less than 0 or negative. Okay. Now, for us to fully understand what this topic is all about, okay, so what would be the effect on the graph of that d? value of D from the given functions, from the given function of sine and cosines. Sine and cosine. Okay. Let us take this particular example. Letter A. We are asked to graph the function y equals 4 sine of quantity 2x minus 6 pi plus 5. Now, what are the things we need to know first before we graph the function? First is we take note of the amplitude and the period. And for the amplitude, we just consider the coefficient of sine, and that is 4. And for the period, we take the formula, the absolute value of 2 pi over b. And b is taken from the coefficient of x, and that is 2. Okay? So 2 pi over 2, that will give us pi. So this is the length of one cycle. That is the period. Then, we divide the period into 4 equal parts. First, we have p over 4. So that would be pi over 4. Then p over 2, that is pi over 2. Then 3p over 4 is 3 pi over 4. Then p is pi. Okay. Then we prepare the Cartesian plane, labeling x and y axis for the horizontal and vertical line or vertical axis respectively. Then along each axis, we label some coordinates having an interval. So along the x-axis, pi takes 4 grid lines or 4 spaces from 0, no? Ayan. For every succeeding pi value, we take 4 units, no? Ayan. So after pi, we have 2 pi, 3 pi, and so on and so forth. Then for the coordinates along y, we take 4 and negative 4 since that is taken from the coefficient of sine from this equation. Okay? Then, of course, we are talking about sine here. So the first point to be plotted is found at the origin. Okay, so this is the point. Okay. Yan. Okay, so we just plot the point. We take the graph right away. But then, we can consider plotting points first. So this is where we plot the first point at the origin, and then taking the first part of the 4 divisions of the period. So pi over 4. Where can we find pi over 4? I think here this is pi over 4. Then together with the amplitude 4, so we take the intersection. So this is where we locate the point. Okay. At pi over 2. Okay, so we plot the point here. Then 3 pi over 4 dito. Okay, along this coordinate along the x-axis, and at the same time the coordinate -4 along y-axis. So this is the intersection. So this is where we plot the point, and then we go back to this line for pi. Okay, so you will notice that the complete cycle is a letter S. Okay? So, dadaanan ng curve na yon yung mga points na plinat natin because of these partitions. For partitions of the period. Okay, so ganyan. Okay? Ayan. So, mangyayari. Okay? We trace the graph. Okay? So, para makita ninyo na we consider those 4 or 5 plotted points. So, nag-highlight ako ng ibang kulay para emphasis natin na ito ay light red, na ang function niya ay ito. Okay? Ayan. Of course, since the graph is continuous, so itong cycle na to paulit-ulit lang. Okay? Ayan. Along going to the right and going to the opposite side. Opposite direction, which is to the left. Ayan. So we just simply get the portion of the graph or the cycle of the graph. Okay, this one. Then upon tracing the graph of the mother function, so this is the mother function of this given function. Okay, now then we consider the phase shift. So that is taken from this term divided by the coefficient of x, which is 2. So that is negative c over b. Okay. Okay, wait. Let me correct this first. Okay, I just corrected the particular solution here in number 5. So the formula is actually negative c over b. Okay, so considering this formula to determine the phase shift, so that is negative of c, which is negative 6 pi all over 2, which is taken from the coefficient of x. So if we're going to simplify this one, it will give us positive 3 pi. So what does the phase shift value mean? It means that this graph of mother function, y equals 4 sine of 2x, is to be moved by 3 pi horizontally. Okay. Going to the right. Yun. Yun na. Yun na nga. Okay. Therefore, we move the graph by 3 pi units to the right. Okay. And, paano mangyayari yan? So, pag nag-move tayo, it means meron itong magiging bagong pwesto going this way. Pero saang particular position? For us to determine the exact location of this graph, if upon moving this to the right by 3 pi units, let us consider some points na kung saan doon nakapwesto yung graph. And we take 4 points. And where can we find those new 4 points? Actually, we go back to step number 3, taking each of these 4 values, and we're going to adjust each of these 4 by 3 pi. So we are going to add each of these 4 values by 3 pi. The one that we obtained as the value of the phase shift. Okay? Yun. So, pi over 4 will become what? 13 pi over 4 when we add that value by 3 pi, no? Then, now, for p over 2, that is pi over 2, we're going to adjust this by adding it by the value of the phase shift again, which is 3 pi, so that will become 7 pi over 2. Then for 3 pi over 4, so we add it by 3 pi, the phase shift value, and that will give us 15 pi over 4. And lastly, for p, which is pi, added by 3 pi, that will give us 4. So these are the new values. Okay? At yan ay katumbas din ng mga points na ipaplat natin. Okay? Now, where can we find that first value taken from p over 4, which is 13 pi over 4? Okay, pag dinivide natin yan, 3 and 1/4. So, saan yun? Okay, 3 and 1/4. Most probably, nandito yan. Okay? So, dito. Dito magsisimula yung graph. Then, this one, 7 pi over 2. So, that is 3 and 1/2. And this one right here is 3 and 3/4. And this is 4. So, nasaan yan? Okay. 3 and 1/4. So, nandito siguro yan. Okay. Dito. Okay. So, we plot point here. 3 and 1/4. Dito. 3 and 1/2. Then 3 and 3/4. Okay. Again. Dito, we plot the first point. then 3 and 1/4, 3 and 1/2, ano, 3 and 1/2, dito pala, no? Then 3 and 3/4, then we go back to this point. So, pag trace natin yan, or we just simply move this graph by 3 pi units to the right. Ito ang mangyayari dyan, no? Yan. Okay, yun. Okay, yan. So, nandito yung 13 pi over 4. This is 7 pi over 2. And this is 15 pi over 4. And then 4 pi. Ayan. Okay, next. We're not done yet because we are still trying to trace the graph of this function. And at this point, ang graph na nakikita nyo ay graph lang nito. Okay? We still have yet to cover the end part of this given function, which is plus 5. So, anong magiging epekto niyan? Okay, ito na mangyayari, no? Okay. Okay, inurong lang natin. So, nagdagdag tayo ng space. Particularly the upper right portion of this Cartesian plane. So, itong nakikita nyo, ito rin yun, no? Binaba lang natin. Itong graph na nakikita nyo, sila rin yung nandito. Binaba natin. Yan. Okay, now, so, itong graph na nakikita nyo, okay, ito yung equation. Okay. Itong graph na nakikita nyo, ito yung graph ng mother function, which is y equals 4 sine of 2x. Now, to continue with the tracing of the graph, we go to number 7. So, the vertical translation is d. Okay, which is equal to 5. Meaning, this graph is to be moved upward or it will be moved upward by 5 units. Okay. So, yun nga. So, ano mangyayari? And upon moving this graph by 5 units, mag-iiba na yung equation niya. Okay? And that is this one. Ito na yung magiging equation ng graph kapag itong graph mismo ay itinaas natin by 5 units. So, ito na mangyayari, no? Yun. Okay? So, yung kulay puti na graph, ito yung resulta kapag itong blue graph ay inangat natin pataas ng 5 units. So, ilang units ang tinaas? Tingnan natin, bilangin natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, itong graph na nakikita natin na kulay puti, ang equation niya ay ito, yung given mismo. Okay? So, since the graph is continuous, it means may karugtong yan sa magkabilang direction. Going to the left, going to the right. Ulit-ulitin lang natin yung cycle ng graph. Yan. Okay? Yun. So, this white graph has this function, has this equation, which is y equals 4 sine of quantity 2x minus 6 pi plus 5. Okay? So, if we're going to complete this required graph, the white graph, okay, ito na yun. And its equation is y equals 4 sine of quantity 2x minus 6 pi plus 5. Okay? So, we covered up to step number 8, which is graphing the given function. Next. For letter B, example letter B, how about graphing y equals 2 cosine quantity x plus pi minus 3. Okay. So, let us prepare the Cartesian plane, this one. So along y-axis, we assign coordinates 0, 2, 4. Then below x-axis is -2, -4. Then we assign some coordinates along x-axis, and these are 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, and then 8 pi. So ito yon, ito yung 2 pi. So it covers 4 units from 0. Okay? 3, 4. Ganun din, another 4 units. So yung 2 pi, dagdagan yung ng isa ng 2 pi, that is 4 pi, another 2 pi, and so on, up to 8 pi. Now, ano yung mga kailangang alamin natin? Again, amplitude, which is what? 2. The coefficient of cosine. And the period is what? 2 pi over b. And b is 1, which is the coefficient of x. Then divide the period into 4 equal parts. First one is p over 4. It's pi over 2. P over 2 is pi. 3p over 4 is 3 pi over 2, and p is 2 pi. Yan. So this is cosine. Ibig sabihin, we start at the origin. Now, plotting the first point of this function, since cosine yan, magsisimula yan sa maximum value, in which the maximum value is taken from the coefficient, which is 2. So we plot the point here. And then for the second point, which is taken from p over 4, this one, along the coordinate pi over 2. Okay, so yeah. So we plot the point here. Then p over 2, so that is pi. So we plot the point here. And then for 3 pi over 2, plot natin dito. And then finally, for the complete cycle 2 pi, we go back to the maximum value. So nandito so basically yung graph ng isang cycle ng cosine ay pag ganito. Okay? Ganyan. Okay. 'Yon. Okay. Alanganing letter B, alanganing letter U. Okay? So hindi matulis dito, pakurba yan. Okay? Smooth curve. Yan. Now, if we're going to trace the graph of the mother function, actually mother function muna tayo. And what is that mother function? It's actually y equals 2 cosine of x. Yun. So, dahil kulay green yung ginamit, so definitely, ang kulay ng graph na gagamitin natin para sa mother function ay kung ano yung kulay ng equation. Yan. Okay? Now, para hindi kayo malito, ito ay sobra. Okay? Wala to sa isang cycle ng graph. Ang tinutukoy dito ito mismo. Yan. Itong nasa magkabilang dulo, sobra yan. Itong sobra ay parte ng ibang cycle na ito rin ang kamukha. Okay? Yan. Hanggang dyan lang. This is the cycle. Okay? Now, so we have just traced the graph of the mother function. So what comes next? We're going to graph y equals 2 cosine of quantity x plus pi. Okay? So we take one portion at a time. So ibig sabihin, yung graph nito ay manggagaling dito sa graph ng mother function. So we need to consider its phase shift value. Okay, wait. Okay, so at this point, we consider the phase shift or the horizontal translation. So we use the formula negative c over b. And we know that c is taken from this function, particularly the value of pi. And b is the coefficient of x that we cannot see. Understood, it's 1. So negative pi over 1 is negative pi. So what does the sign of the value of negative c over b mean? It means that the graph of this function, the graph of this mother function is to be moved pi units to the left. Okay? So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng negative. Okay? So, therefore, adjusting the 4 equal parts of the period by adding each of the 4 values by negative pi. Ayun. So, for p over 2, that is pi minus pi is 0. Okay, p over 4 muna, no? So, that is pi over 2 minus pi, that is negative pi over 2. Then, p over 2 is 0, which is taken from pi minus pi. And then, 3 pi over 4, we know that is 3 pi over 2, subtracted by pi, that is pi over 2. And for p, which is 2 pi, the value is subtracted also by pi, so that is equal to pi. So, ano mangyayari? So, if we are going to plot 4 new points, you will notice that those 4 are the points along the graph that results to this graph being moved by pi units to the left. Ayun. Okay, yun. Okay. Next, so as indicated by the yellow curve, whose equation is also the same as the color of the graph. So, ito yung graph, yung katumbas na equation niya ay ito. Ayan. Then, are we done? Not yet, because we have yet to trace the graph of this given equation. You will notice that at the end of the graph, we have minus 3. It means the yellow graph is to be translated either going down or going up by 3 units. But then, obviously, it's minus 3. So, basically, the vertical translation is negative 3, meaning the yellow graph is to be moved downward by 3 units. Yun. And the result is the given function, this one. Ano mangyari? Okay. Okay. So, naging white na siya. Itong white graph, ito yung given function. Okay? And since it's continuous, pwedeng dugtungan yung graph sa magkabilang dulo. Okay, ayun. And its equation is this one. Ito rin. Okay? Next. So, this is the graph. And now we go to the next example. Okay, so we extend the graph on the left side also. Next. Okay. So at this point, I have just finished discussing how to trace the graph of sine and cosine function that includes not just the phase shift or the horizontal translation, but also the vertical translation, which is either going up or going down. And at this point, I'll end the video and we will see you next time.